think the starting point is within the chapter called Facing the Mirror. Right?
Yeah.
And I think as you're dissecting and trying to go deeper and deeper, it comes to this point where it's like, okay, I have to look at myself first.
Yeah.
So, why is it, can you tell me why is it good to look in the mirror?
I mean, just logically, like before you go to work, you don't want to just go straight to work and then you got like food still chilling on your cheek, right?
Right.
Then,
Yeah.
I remember I used to just wake up and, I'm a carpenter. So you just kind of wake up, get ready and go, right?
Yep.
Brush your teeth and go. And so I remember my wife's mom one day was like, you're supposed to brush your beard. But it was like I didn't even look at it, and then when I looked in the mirror, man, it was nuts, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And growing, I never knew I brushed the beard. I just thought it was just do its thing. But I'm like, yeah, you're right. I got to brush my beard. But if I would have looked in the mirror, I would have recognized that, right?
You know what? On a side note, I want to pause you there. In other words, in my mind, I'm thinking when you look in the mirror, you're also seeing what's true.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you're talking about this, because this is the beginning portion of in the book, it says how we proceed on things is facing the mirror. When you see your reflection, you see what's true of you. And so I can see why it was difficult to write this portion because
you got to face the truth, and that's the hard part, man. And like I threw out these 3 H's just to start, right? You have to be honest. Was number 1. Like when you look in the mirror, you could still lie to yourself. Man,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? I look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in order to break through the smoke, and we're going to get to and unpack what it is, but you're right, man. Honesty is number 1. Honesty is number 1. You have to be honest. You're never going to figure it out. If you're alone, just be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? What is it going to hurt?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in a room looking in the mirror, if you're sitting there by yourself and you're really trying to figure some stuff out about yourself, just be honest with yourself. Start there.
Yeah.
Honesty is the key to kind of break into this, right?
Yeah. And I think as the book continues on, that even that first step is already difficult for people because you mentioned here that there's a lot of things that people want to be known for, or in here it says, it's keeping up your image.
Yeah.
As a business owner, you want to look good. You want to be perfect for other people because there's that insecurity of if I'm not, then that will break my business down or that will cause my, or whatnot. So even honesty is just a super tough thing for people, right?
It really is, and if anything, man, that's the cloth that could start wiping off that windshield, though.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just have to be honest, and it's hard. You got to really look at your motives. That's like where I would start. It's like, what is my motive here? What's my why? Yeah. And then you'll really start to unpack this. And so going back to like leaders, pastors, and different people that are leading in this, let's call it that light that's actually darkness, right? And they don't even know it. It starts from a heart of, are we performing or are we serving?
Come on.
You know what I mean? And performance is looking for affirmation.
Yes.
Where servanthood is an assignment, right? And there's a total 2 different lanes, man. And what happens is, and I talk about 3 different E's that break down like what I've identified as these 3 pillars that are the fire starters of the smoke.
These are the practical tools as well.
Yeah. These are the fire starters. And so, and really, honestly, like we're being honest, I think one of them is the pillar of all pillars. I think the other 2 are like the outliers that catch to make sure I covered all areas of this arena of talking about like what causes the smoke. Yeah. I believe we'll talk about the 2 outliers, which are misaligned effort. That's an E, where you're putting all your energy and efforts into a performance or a lane that was never an assignment. Yeah. So that can really cause a residue because you're wasting energy, you're wasting resources when God's assignment for your life is over here. But it's more of like you're chasing a fantasy versus a fulfillment of what God has for you, right? And so, and how do you identify that? That's really hard, man. You got to go look in the mirror, and there's some digging we got to do, which we unpack in the book. But to find out, am I chasing a fantasy? I feel back in like 2008 to 2010, Richie, I felt led to rap hip hop. and rap for Jesus and this Christian hip hop, but am I chasing an assignment or fantasy? You know, yeah, Christians all over it. Jesus is all over it. The heart was there, but it's good to check myself just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste all your energy, time, and effort into this misaligned course that God has when it's over here. So misaligned effort is definitely an outlier pillar that I was able to discover, and God led me to. The other one is your ego, which is I think that one is the one that people can easily fall into and identify.
100%.
You know, like, okay, yeah, that's my ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to be the best. Yeah, I want things. You know,
I want the first idea.
Yeah. And you're just driven by that ego, and that's a scary place to be too, because you're building a business off it. You're running your family off of it. You're running your relationship with your husband and wife, whatever side you could be running that off ego. You know, entitlement or any kind of spirit of just pride, right? Just kicking in, and so that one there is same thing, man. Both of those, we got to be honest. We have to dig for the honesty. Like, where's the motive in these, right? Like, where are these things? And so those are the outliers. But there's the one, man, that I felt like it just kept unpacking, and it got deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. This fire is so deep, and it resonates with everybody on the planet. Like, this is the pillar that can cause this, and there is an answer to it, and that's a very simple answer, but the fact to find it is key, and this is called emotional residue. Emotional residue is the smoke of all smokes.
Smoke of all smokes.
It is. So there's different colors. I learned this when I was in the military, Ray. So being in the Navy, we're treated as firefighters. We have to go through firefighter training. We have to literally get certified as firefighters.
Interesting.
In boot camp. And the reason is when you're on a ship and it gets hit by a missile or whatever, a fire kicks off, we got to be able to put that fire out. Yeah. And so we're all trained firefighters, you know, in the Navy. And so during that process, you learn physically how to fight a fire, but you also learn the book side of things, being educated on the fire, right? So you get into a class and learn about different smokes. And so I remember being in boot camp, and this was really intriguing to me, was like the color of smoke identifies the substrate, right? And I thought that was really cool. That's like cool. If it's an electrical fire, it's blue, you know, and if it's like just wood or, you know, just natural woods being burnt, it's like a white smoke. Yeah. But if there's a mixture of like chemicals and wood and everything, it's a black smoke. So I use these three colors of smoke for the three pillars, right? And the emotional residue is the black one, man. It's everything. It's the black one, man. The misaligned effort, that's the white smoke. The ego, that's the blue smoke. But the emotional residue, that is the black smoke, man. That's the one that just it's the killer.